So my name is Rodrigo Alonso. I'm the CEO of Tavano Team. We are an e-commerce agency based out of Uruguay in South America. That's a 20-hour flight to get here. But we are, yeah. I can see a lot of guys complaining about flying from Atlanta or something like that. But anyway, half of our company, we're about 50, are based in Uruguay, and then we have people scattered all over the world, from Philippines to now we hired in Russia, Argentina, US. So we're considering ourselves a global company now, and we work specifically with NetSuite as the ERP and connect, BigCommerce to NetSuite for online merchants. So what I'm gonna talk about, it's a little bit more on the experience on when a B2B customer comes in and is interested in learning how they can grow their business. The whole pandemic accelerated everything from manufacturers, distributors, and they had to have an online presence or at least an updated online presence. We've seen websites that are from the 90s or 80s that they consider that needs to be B2B, right? So, and as it was mentioned before, and I'm gonna touch base on that, newer generations are shopping in Amazon and other websites now. So there's a lot of a push to get more of a B2C experience into the B2B world. And that's where the challenge comes in. So how do we position B2B to new customers? So talking about increasing efficiencies internally for that company. If you get an email and you need to go into a system and key in the order, there's always room for manual errors, and you need more people if you're growing. So scalability, that's another big piece. If you want to spread out, go international, are you going to hire a sales rep on all these different places? So all these things we bring to the table when we are discussing, so that they don't think of building a website as a cost, but rather as an investment or saving money, actually, to increase their presence. We always talk about, the benefits, right? Then we go into the products and talk about B2B Ninja or the B2B bundle. But first, they need to see the benefits of us positioning, why you need to be here and help them go through that process. It's a kind of an education, like Brent was saying today. We're getting into a niche that it's smart and complex. So what we try to do is bring that complexity into something more simple and try for them to educate them on how they can take different steps into building their websites, building their online presence. And we saw it today with the candy company that just presented, Lambs, and they're on B2C, but half of their business, it's B2B, and they haven't migrated to BigCommerce. They have a great experience with BigCommerce, but there's a whole lot of education that needs to happen that still they are not making that decision, and that's part of the role that we like to play for them. So one thing, B2B website, it's the best salesperson. We like to present it that way for them. Just take it as another resource that it's helping you sell and it doesn't get sick or anything. And the last part that I wanted to mention is they usually come with a list of this type of requirements, right? Like, I don't know, spreadsheets. They want to bring everything that they've done during the past 20 years into the website. And at that point, it's like moving houses, and that's what we try to explain. You don't want to take, well, maybe some of you want to take the book that your child had when she was 5 years old, and now that she's 20 in college. You don't want to take that to your new house. So you've got to start thinking fresh and thinking that you don't have to do everything all together at the same time. Just take little steps. And we like to take data-driven decisions as well. So, last week we had a client that, they wanted to migrate their PDF catalog to the new website. And it was like, okay, that's a 73-page PDF catalog. Is someone looking at it? Oh, we don't know. So we should be looking at, if someone, Hotjar, Full Story, whatever, if someone is looking at that catalog, how many people are downloading that catalog? How many people are printing that catalog? That's all data that you can get. So we help them make those informed decisions and with data, right? We had another customer that had over 80,000 SKUs, but only 6,000 were driving revenue. All the rest weren't driving revenue, and they had nested categories, 7 levels of nested categories. So it was a whole education process for them to understand and show them the way that it needs to be simple for the shopper, simple for the user. What you used to do up to here, maybe it doesn't make sense moving forward because new shoppers are coming in. Because also the shopper on the other side, it's also a millennial or doesn't want to get into a phone call, to place an order. There's no such thing as a finished e-commerce website. And that's a little bit of what we were talking about, right? It's maybe not all requirements are for now. Let's take phase 0. Let's see what we need right now. And then we will help you scale and grow your business and start adding new features so that you can grow with the business. But don't bring everything to the table right now. Try to get a grasp of the e-commerce, what that is about, understand your audience, and take more informed decisions. People come first, and then this is again what we were talking about, right? It's first of all those buyers that we are talking about, millennials or younger audiences that are purchasing, are also making decisions now. So these are the guys that we need to support to help them transform their business. So we like doing some strategy sessions with the whole company, bringing in decision makers and showing them the way and trying to support these new generations that this is the way to go. This is where the world is shifting. And we need to follow that path, and we can show you different examples of what we've been doing and that it's working. And in order to do that, it's a long process. It's not 2 calls, 3 calls, but sometimes it's so rewarding at the end that it makes everything great at the end when you see an accomplishment, going live with that customer. Because for us, building the website is just the first step. Then we go along the way, not only maintaining the website, but also doing email marketing, paid ads, social presence, and they don't know most of that. So we try to help them out, building the SEO, organic traffic as well. SEO is something that they never heard about in some cases. So having them understand the entire e-commerce ecosystem, for us, it's the key aspect to a long-lasting relationships. We've had customers with us for 9, 10 years, and we've seen them grow all the way, and that's part of what we love doing. Thank you.